But moving on, we are in the thick of the earnings, so let's put the spotlight on Nalco. This time, the company did come out with a good set of earnings, but a lot of moving parts for the company in terms of the domestic demand. Other than that, tariff imposition, what does it mean for the industry and the company going ahead? Let's understand from the management itself. Mr. Bijendra Pratap Singh, who is the chairman cum managing director of the company, joining us right now. Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for your time. But before we talk about the earnings, let's talk about the biggest macro development for your industry. Now that Donald Trump has officially signed the order imposing 25% import duty on aluminium, what kind of impact will this have on the global aluminium trade balance?
As far as the US tariffs is concerned, the 25% increase in tariff which has been announced, this will have the impact on the global aluminium availability. The aluminium which was going to the US will get reduced and it will impact the other markets. Like in India, around zero point 0.3 million tons of wrought iron is being imported and 0.6 million ton of primary aluminium is being imported. This will impact the import market of the India. The excess availability of the aluminium in the market may come to the Indian market. But we are seeing the expansion of the EV sector in the automobile. We are seeing the expansions of the housing sectors. This will boost the aluminium requirement. So we will have to see the wait and watch and see the market where this excess aluminium is moving.
Right. Consequently, where is it that you see global aluminum, and both those prices headed in the year ahead? And how much pressure do you think will supply have on prices?
Yeah, it will put pressure on the aluminium prices. Alumina prices again, which has gone high in October, which has gone up to 800 US dollar. Now it has decreased to around 530. Spot prices has decreased to 530 US dollars. So that pressure on that will also be there because the alumina prices, alumina production in Australia and New Guinea Pig, which was on the lower side, the Australian alumina production has increased. So the pressure on alumina prices will also be there.
But Mr. Singh, how much revenue does Nalco generate from exports?
From exports, we are generating around 500 crores of revenue. Maximum this year we are exporting alumina because metal exports earlier last year it was there, but this year it is on the lower side. Only alumina export we are doing because in the domestic market we are getting better realization for the aluminum.
Right, and how much of that comes from US, and will Nalco then be directly impacted by tariffs on aluminum?
US export is not there. Most of the alumina is going to Middle East and to some of the other countries like Saudi and all that. So US very less quantity of alumina is going, and aluminium export to US is very less. Is around 2% of the total import which US is doing. Around 2 to 2.5% only is going to US.
Mr. Singh, now shifting focus back to the earnings, then it's been a strong quarter for the company. Great jump on your numbers on a YY as well as on a sequential basis. But help us understand what led to this solid jump in your numbers?
As far as the increase in the earnings is concerned, our earning, if we see quarter to quarter or 9 month to 9 month comparison to previous year, our earning has been around 20 to 22% increase in the earnings. And if we see the net profit, it has been around 200% increase quarter to quarter, maybe or year to year, 9 months. And major reason has been first is the increase in alumina prices because the alumina prices in between it has gone to around $850, and that led to increase in earnings and also increase in revenues. The other factors which affected was our production. The increase in production on Q3 basis, if we see the around 8 to 10% increase in alumina production, calcined alumina, and aluminium production was almost same. Almost we are operating more than 100% of our rated capacity. Our expenses has gone down. Our expenses also has gone down by around 10% if we see quarter to quarter or 9 month to 9 month compared to last year. The expenses has gone down by 10%, and the main reason has been due to the our indigenous coal which we are using. Our own coal blocks we have got. We are going to increase the production of those coal blocks. The coal blocks earlier we were doing around 2 million ton. This year we will be doing 4 million ton. So this our source of coal from our own blocks is giving us revenue of additional profitability margin of around 200 to 250 crores. And also the prices of few other raw material like caustic soda and lime has also gone down. That is also led to the reduction of our input cost.
Right, and if you look at the medium to long term trend, your margins have expanded from sub 20 to now 50%, and this was back in 2023, the 20% mark. Is this margin expansion structural, and how much of it you think is sustainable?
As far as the margins are concerned, the margin expansion, the pressure will be there because now if we see the production and consumption pattern of the aluminium in the global market and in the Indian scenario, in Q1 and Q2 or Q3, slightly there was the deficit was there. Now in this Q4, we are seeing the production of aluminium will be increasing. The pressure on the prices will be there because few of the smelters which has closed due to the high alumina prices. So those smelters are now they have started the production. So this increase in the production of aluminium will put the pressure on the price also. So these margins may go down in the coming time.
Margin compression is expected, but Mr. Singh, can you quantify the expected margin compression for us? What's expected in Q4 and beyond?
It is very difficult to give the figures because it all depends on the LME prices and alumina prices. But still, maybe 10 to 12% decrease in the margins we can expect.
Right. Also wanted to understand from you because you've generated about 11,500 crore rupee revenue for 9-month FY25. How much of revenue can we expect for the full year and hope for you to end with, and of course the next fiscal too?
FY25, if we see our forecast of revenue somewhere around 16,000, it should be there around 15 to 16, somewhere around that. Depends again on the LME and alumina prices because our capacities, whatever production we are doing, that is more 100%, more than 100% of the rated capacity, and the production level will be almost same as compared to the previous year, slightly better from that. So revenues will be like there. And in 26, if we see, 26, we are going to add in one more refinery. One expansion of the refinery is there, which may come by maybe in between October or December of 25. So we will be adding around maybe 4 to 5 lakhs of alumina production from that refinery this year. And in the subsequent year, next year onwards, maybe 10 lakhs of further alumina production will start. So revenue may be added up maybe around 2 to 3,000 crores of rupees more revenue will be generated next year.
And lastly, Mr. Singh, say over the next 5 to 7 year period, what is the company's strategic roadmap looking like? Like apart from the refinery business that you just spoke about, where else you plan to put your money? What are the capex plans?
Yes, first is the refinery which we are bringing up. This is a 1 million ton refinery, 10 lakh tons, for which we are going in for backward integration, starting one mines, which will be around 3.5 million ton bauxite mines, which will be feeding to this refinery. The mines will also start in October. Along with that, since we will be having an excess of alumina in the market, will put pressure on the alumina prices. So our plans are to go for 0.5 million ton smelter expansion, for which the DPR already is approved by the board. So we are going in for the tendering process, selecting the technology suppliers. So next 5 years, our plan is the putting up one additional smelter of 0.5 million ton, along with the power plant of around 1200 megawatt, because the smelter requires the power plant also. So 1200 megawatt power plant will also be there. So these two expansion projects, the smelter will cost around 17,000 crores, and the power plant will cost around maybe 11 to 12,000 crores. That is the investment plan for the next 5 years.
Right, Mr. Singh, thank you so much for your time today. Good speaking with you.